हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू कोड फॉर प्लेसमेंट। आज के इस वीडियो में लोग देखेंगे हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ डेटाबेस in this tour. So here I have got mysql workbench, and let me give you a overview of this interface, because the first time you are opening this might appear a little bit different. So actually this is difficult. So here on the top you can get a toolbar, and these buttons are creating the tab to write the SQL codes and SQL files, and next to that you will get a bunch of buttons to create a database. Okay, after that you will get administration and schema, and also in the administration work such as starting or stopping our servers, importing the and exporting the database. You can get it here in the schema. On the top tabs shown in the database, you can see you will be getting the database that we have in the current database. Okay, apart from this, internally you to do its work, how in the middle we got this query editor and window. This is written, we are writing it in the SQL code, so we are spending most of the time on in this course in this particular window. Okay, and in the right side we got the another panel, and with two tab, that is context help and snippet. Okay, so by chance if you interface look slightly different on the windows, what I am showing you here almost identical, and the window as well. Okay, so don't get like different, and it's really matter. So let's create a SQL. Like these codes I will give you in the comment section and description box as well. So this panel is right side. We are going to just like the create database or create DB HR, or you can have DB SQLs. So these I am having different SQL files. Okay, so basically I will attach it in this particular window as well. So the zip file directly I can provide you. Okay, so the main one we are going to use in this tutorial to create the database. So in SQL we can file the another all SQL code to create all databases that we need in this course. Now we also have individual file for creating individual databases. I just added this file in the case you want recreating one of these databases in future, but for now don't worry about them. Now we are back to the workbench like MySQL workbench. Okay, so I've just created this create a table. That is a client table. We have client ID, name, address, city, state, phone number, and primary keys. So if I'm going to run this particular thing, you can see the create table is already created, and few values which I have inserted with the insert into command. I will tell you later how the insert will work, how the create will work. So that is being done. Okay, so I have got a few values which is being inserted as well, and created. Okay, so basically this is how we are going to create the database. Now let's verify the same thing in the schema as well. If I'm going to refresh it, you can see I'm having 4 or 5 different tables, that is SQL HR, inventory, and I have created all of them. Okay, I have created all of the tables, and that's how it is. It's a very beautiful operation to do this. So let's start let's open this any one of them, and we can see that as well how it is going to be. So don't worry about the differences. Now this is just an example, and let's explore one of the databases. And by the way, we don't need to do this like the tab again. Okay, so we can just click any one of the table, and or you can see this. We have the table. This is where we store our data, and we have views which are kind of like vertical cables, and in the same way we will be also having the store the procedure or functions. So, and these are the little program that we are going to store inside the database for querying data. For example, we can have a store procedure for getting all the customers in a given city. So we call the procedure and say, hey, give me all the customers in San Francisco. So it will give you all the customers. Okay, So this is how it will work. It is very beautiful command. And apart from this, we in this database we are having the customers, order, product, so these or so on. So now we can now select the customer table, and whenever you hover the mouse, this will show you the item, what all the things like there, or icon. Select the right, like we have right side click or the right side icon, that looks like a table and a thunder. So you can see we have the customer ID, first name, last name, birth, phone number, address. So these details are we call it as column. Okay, and these are the row 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the row. Each row will have all the columns in it. While inserting it, I have used it in the insert command. I will be pasting that complete query or the command in the table. Now let's open the order table. In order table, you can see this one column, that is order ID, customer ID, order date, status, command, and these things are there. So apart from this, if you see, like if you want to open any one of the fetching any one of the record with respect to customer ID, you can fetch it, or with respect to order ID, you can do the same. Okay, so this is how we will be using this. These are the unique identifier them. In the other words, we can join the Smith has the has place in order, like we don't store the John Smith here, and we order the only the store details. So John's, like let's say John customer ID, that's why it is the reason we stored the John customer ID. It is possible that the John Smith might have placed the multiple order in our system. Now the entire time, every time the John places an order, we need to look up the address and the phone number to ship the order. Now it is possible that some of the information might changes in the future, so John might move to the new places and he might be changing his address as well. So if you want to repeat all the information next each time, then you can have the customer detail as a separate as a customer table. Okay, so multiple places, so you can contact it and you can even edit it. So every time we want to change any information about the John, instead of changing it here, we can change it in customer table. Okay, so this is how we will be moving it. And this is her, like let's say I am just taking another example of Ekla. Ekla is having, this is the phone number of Ekla, address of Ekla, and also while the data which I am going to create using the tool, this is the information where about the Ekla changes in the future, and this is only the place where we modify. So this customer table will have all the details based on the customer, and this is how we are at database works, and we create these data as a relational database. That basically means that these kind of databases, we have multiple tables and are relatable to each other in relation to internally. Okay, so these tables are completely related to each other in relationship between customer table and other tables we have. So the customer ID column in the customer ID table or is relatable or linked with associate of customer IDs, and here are the orders, and here are the customer ID column which we have. Now the same way, if we have the other table as SQL invoicing, SQL inventory, HR, store, or system. So in the next section, I'm going to show you how the relative data are in the single ways, and I want to complete the complete section other tables as well. So complete detail I'm going to provide. Thank you so much. Do subscribe to Code for Placement for more such videos, and stay tuned with us for more detailed video same like this. Thank you guys.